Hey guys, it's Sam here. Just to go through a little video today on how to get yourself a deal in the market and to understand whether you're getting an undervalued or an overvalued stock. But just to remember, we are not financial advisors and this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. And please remember to hit that like button as we're trying to get up to 50 likes on this video, which really helps us out in the YouTube algorithm, and also to hit that subscribe button. Right, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Right guys, I'm going to get straight into it here. So we're going to be understanding how to find a deal through the multiples that are used commonly by analysts, and also just to understand a bit more about the valuation of how a stock is valued, and to understand if it's undervalued, fairly priced, or overvalued. The way I'm going to look at it is I'm just going to bring you through the metrics, and these are rough gauges to be looked at when you're looking at value in your stock. When you pick out the company, pick up the industry, this is what you look at after you understand it. So here's this to go into. We're going to look at PE ratio. So the price to earnings ratio is the price of the stock compared to the earnings. So this reflects how long it takes for the earnings to pay back the price. So the example of this that I've decided to use is a renter pays a landlord, say, $500 a month. The landlord then gets $6,000 a year, and then if he paid $60,000 for that house, he gets $6,000 per annum, so a 10-year payback, resulting in a PE of 10. So that's a very easy example, and it's the exact same in stocks, and that's how they're valued through this metric. So I'll just bring you into what an undervalued stock is. As you can see from the graph there, the earnings have increased and the share price has decreased, which has resulted in this stock potentially being undervalued. So it's resulting in a lower price to earnings multiple. So as we go into this small little formula, you can see the market movers office there, and we're using our own company as just an example here. We have 1 million shares outstanding at the moment at a share price of 20. We have a net income of 2 million, which is 20 euros divided by 2, which gives us a P ratio of 10. See, the market trades at an average between 20 to 25, which would indicate that this is potentially an undervalued stock. So you can see that you're probably not getting ripped off in this situation. The next situation we're going to get into is a fair valued stock. As you can see, the share price and the earnings have gone up at the same pace. So we're looking for this to be between 20 to 25. So again, our little example here gives you 1 million shares outstanding, a share price of 45, and 2 million shares, 2 million net income, sorry. So it's 45 divided by 2, which gives you a P ratio of 22.5. This would indicate that the share price is fair valued at the moment. So if you're looking for value stocks and stuff, you're looking for something relatively under this price. So as we get into this, I'm going to bring you into what an overvalued stock is. As you can see here, the earnings have decreased while the share price has increased massively. This will result in a price to earnings multiple way higher than what we've seen in the other two examples. So as you can see from our example again, this is 1 million shares outstanding at 200 per share, 2 million net income, so 200 divided by 2 would give you a trading PE of 100. So this is 4 times the market average. So you're seeing these kind of stocks are potentially ones that you want to avoid, but this metric doesn't take into consideration the growth of companies. So that's where it has its disadvantages. The next metric we're going to be looking into here is forward PE. So forward PE looks at forecasts, estimates of where the earnings will be in the year, in 12 months time. So it could be due to the launch of a new product, and there be it like, I'm just going to use our own example again, as market movers. We're going to be launching Market Movers Media. So with the launch of Market Movers Media, the media launch is expecting our revenue to increase from 2 million from the year before to 2.5 million this year, maintaining a share price of 45 and 1 million shares outstanding. So then you divide the 45 by 2.5 to give you a PE ratio of 18. So there you can see the PE ratio is coming down, which shows that it's growing into its valuation and potentially even signaling that it's now undervalued as a company. So the next thing to do is to look at its industry peers. So people that are its competitors are ones that are very good to base your disadvantage off, and your advantages are. So the industry peers, we can take a look at as an example here. I've used our own example again. Market movers media, we're trading at a trading P of 22.5 and a forward P of 18. Blank Slate Media is a trading P of 20, forward P of 12. Geno's Media at trading P of 15 and a forward P of 17.5. So as we just move across here, you can see the peer average is 17.5 and a forward P of 14.75. This is showing that Market Movers is trading at a premium compared to its competitors, which can be down to various reasons like the product launch excitement, higher growth rates, and just good prospects for the company. But if you're more of a value play and you're looking at this industry as what you want to purchase in, you'd be more looking towards the Blank Slate Media or Geno's Media, as they're potentially more undervalued than Market Movers Media. Just some additional things to look at when you're looking at valuing a company. So you have to look at the last 10 years, if your company's been around that long, or just how long it's been trading publicly. Look at the average PE that it's trading at. So it could be trading now at 20, which the market average is between 20 and 25. You could potentially think that this is an undervalued stock, but you look at its historical average, and its historical average between 12 to 15, you're seeing that it's actually overvalued to where it was trading before. So that is something to consider as well. Forward P and forecasts don't necessarily come true. So this is also something that you need to consider, that these are made by analysts, they're made on product hype, they're for new things that are coming in the future. So you have to do your own research and make your own decision on how you think that these are going to affect the company growing. High growth companies also do trade at a lot higher multiples than your traditional stocks that are just like industrials, retail, food stocks, oil, all them kind of stocks. They trade at a lot lower multiples than the high growth tech stocks, like even like Tesla, NIO in the EV industry as well. So that is also something that needs to be considered when looking at these stocks, because that's why this forward PE and trading PE don't necessarily represent the growth that could come in these companies. So the key points to take away, these metrics only give you a rough gauge on how to value a stock. You can tell if you're getting a deal or not, but it doesn't explain to you what the fundamentals of the business are. So you need to understand how that company ticks, what kind of products it has, what services it provides, and before you are looking at the metrics, and you need to find one that fits it right. So you're looking at trading P is always representing the past, and forward P is representing the future. So like personally myself, I look more so at the forward P when I'm valuing a company. So hopefully the company then grows into its current price. So you can see if it's going to grow into its valuation a lot more than looking at what it's done in the past. Avoid value traps. So a stock can look undervalued. Just for example, with Market Movers Media, we could be trading at a 10p and you'd be like, oh, that's a great deal. But we can have crappy equipment or nothing. If you didn't look at what the fundamentals were, you're going to get caught out big time here. So you need to understand the business at a pretty high level. And also, I cannot reiterate this enough, growth rates and forecasts don't always work out, so they also need to be considered as well. This brings us just to the end of the video now, and look, I know this isn't one of the most exciting videos there is, where we're talking about individual stocks and how they're going to grow, but it definitely is one of the most important. To understand how a stock is valued is one of the most important things when you're looking at individual stocks. We can't thank you enough for all the support so far. We've got nearly 100 subscribers in a week, and do remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, as it does really help us a lot. And also, Gino's going to be coming out with an instructional video this week on the brokers that we use and how to use them. And if you want more information on the stocks we do pick, we have the two videos of myself and Gino's top 5 stock picks each. Thank you guys.